What up, YouTube? This is Mr. Willis, and this is Waking Up with Mr. Willis. Oh man, and we back at y'all with another video. And the first thing I do want to do is thank the Most High. Praise to the Most High. Um, Happy to be here. You know. What is today's date? Where'd my damn phone go? Hold on. Oh, May the 13th, 2026. Man, we made it here. We here? Like, to think about that at age 47, I gotta thank the Most High for putting those years on me, walking with me, dwelling with me. I mean, if you don't believe is a creator, that means you must be dead. Or if you don't believe in a creator, well, we all was created by something, so but if you don't believe in the Most High, then I can say you must be dead. Because when I say that, you must not have a soul. That's why you don't believe. So that's why I say that to say that. But I reached this point in my life to know it is a creator. That's why I say I know it is. Ain't no doubt in that. And to see all what's going on in the day and age, they trying their best to kill that, kill that thought, kill that belief, you know. They try to do all they could to his people, drag them through the mud, destroy their name, destroy their heritage, destroy their lineage. But one day we will be redeemed from all that. We might not be here to see it, but we might be here to see it. Because we in that time, you know. So that's all I gotta thank him for that. Thank the creator for that. And I just wanted to talk to the people, you know, talk to the ones who have subscribed to me, whoever understand me, who's trying to get to know me and understand me. You know what I mean? I got love for y'all, and I thank y'all for that. You know, um, yeah. What is really going on in society today? We got I believe the new pandemic is going to be coming, and the pandemic will be the C-19 2.0. You know, but at the same time, we really have nothing to fear because the Most High will carry us through like He carried us through the C-19, right? But I believe this one I believe C-19 was a hoax. I think it was a pandemic to get people vaxxed up and get all this BS in them, as in these shots holding all kind of different antibiotics and chemicals, and you know, it's so much we could speak on that, but we know it wasn't good at the end of the day. So we know this one is no good at the end of the day. And I believe it's gonna be another hoax. And I say, like, it had to be real to some people, because some people gonna say, "Oh, I had a relative that died from it." But when I say a hoax, how we know they died from the C-19? You know, they go in these hospitals, they could say they have it, and they could say they died from it. But a lot of these people died from being on those ventilators and all these different things. So I believe they're gonna run this same play again, but it's gonna be a bigger one where the isolation is gonna be longer. The vaccination is gonna be more probably potent, more, you know, when I say potent, it's gonna be pushed harder. Uh, yeah. But at the same time, I believe it's a crock of BS. but they're gonna have real numbers. They're gonna have real deaths, but it's still a crock of BS. First pandemic, it changed the world. It changed the world for I don't want for the worse. It changed the world. Like even during the time it was happening, it was a rough time, as in just spiritually. It was just rough out there. It was just hectic. It was I don't want to say like it was something was open and some things came through. Seemed like it was just different. It changed. It changed to like a eerie. Like the world is different. It's very eerie. It's very upside down. I mean, evil, whatever it's very different. So I believe if they go through with this, it's going to change because they're gonna have this they're gonna have this pandemic. I believe at this certain point, and then it's going to be another thing going to happen during this pandemic. I believe maybe a food shortage because I actually witnessed going in the market and seeing the market like different. Like the food it just seems like even in the market is different. For like the last 2 weeks, I could say I've been in there. I seen things rearranged. I seen stock is really low on certain products, and I see a lot of products is being put on different aisles and smaller. What I want to say units or whatever. It's like it used to have all this space for all the waters. Now it's just being suppressed to smaller areas, and they putting out less and less. And I'm just noticing that on a lot of food, like it's less of this, it's less of that. This is moved over here to a smaller place. This is moved into a smaller place. These are moved to a smaller place. But if you're not really paying attention, you won't notice it. But I notice it. I notice it's like, oh shit, the food is actually it's a shipment. Like the shipments is coming in very fewer, lesser often, or whatever you want to say. That's what it looks like. It don't looks like because I don't never see the people in the market like that. But I believe the shipments is not coming in like that. So they got to move stuff around and make it look full. But I worked in supermarkets. I could tell what they're doing. So I see that happening at one time. Gas prices is hella high. I see that's going to be something going to be happening. So all these things happening at once, it's going to be bad. And probably a power outage, shortage of food, uh, and plus the pandemic all at once, Matt. And then they're stirring up all this racial stuff right now at the same time. A lot of black content creators, a lot of content creators is just stirring up like scare tactic, racial profile, not racial profiling, but just just trying to start trouble amongst different races. I see that. Even with the 6ix9ine thing trying to blow up and get away, even that, like the racial aspect, oh, the Mexican black, like I wish, you know what I mean? And then the ones who's speaking up for us ain't even really black, as in like black actors and black rappers. Most of them, a lot of people be from UK, and then they cosplaying as they black American, and they not even black American. So we got to really pay attention to the time we in. They're stirring the pot, they're starting all this mess, but a lot of this mess is orchestrated. If we see what's happening, we can win. We just got to come together as people and don't go and let nothing get us out of pocket and to crash out over food, over gas, like all that stuff you don't need. Get you a bike. Like everybody transition to bikes, like e-bikes or something. Like it's gonna be like take these drastic measures to do drastic things, changes in your life instead of crashing out. Like, and that's what they want us all to do, crash out on something racial over the food shortage, over the gas prices, the pandemic, the lockdown. A lot of people probably don't want to be locked down. They might revoke over that. Maybe people might just listen to them and go with the flow and allow them to isolate them and quarantine them, and we never see you again. You know, like you weren't even sick, but you let them take you away and do whatever. Like they could do that. That's I believe this is the plan to get who they want to get the certain people and population control and all that. So, but I still have, like I say, you believe he's with you, you have no fear. So they want us to fear and get crazy instead of standing together. And I wish we was able to stand together as a people. Like people need to learn how to apologize to people. People need to know how to humble, not to say, yeah, like humble themselves in certain situations. Like, ain't like I said, ain't no big U's and no big eyes. Like whatever I do actually for the people, like for the love, to be there, to be a part of it, to be a witness. Like I was never the one trying to be somebody the biggest. Like if I came out the biggest, it's because the people put me in front. They spoke my name. They spoke love. And then the ears around maybe didn't like it. But me put myself, nah. You know what I mean? Always been a team player, so that's what we got to see ourselves in this time, right? It's going to get rougher. Everything gonna get a little worse. But if the love gets strong, then we won't see that. You know what I mean? We could guide ourselves through all this nonsense, but they need our energy. They need us to crash out, you know, so they could get their new war order thing going you know, and we see how we getting played in this time, as in everything is all bad. The food is bad, the entertainment is bad. The I mean the go like when you go out, it's like customer service is bad. Everything is just at this all time worst. Like, what's up with everything going just bad? Like, it's nothing you can really enjoy unless you do it yourself. You put your little effort into it and make it something what you wanted, you could enjoy it. But getting enjoyment out the system, mm-mm. You gonna buy stuff and own nothing and be happy. That's what y'all want, and y'all happy with that because it feels like you got power over other people. When you got more than your neighbor, it feels like, okay, I got what one up over it. It makes you feel better. But these feelings gonna be taken because once all these luxuries are snatched right from under your feet, do through if it's war or if it's whatever pandemic we're going through or civil war, if something. But yeah, it's upon us, you know. So yeah, yeah, that's pretty much it's pretty much upon us. You know what I mean? And best thing to be is vigilant in this time. Repent, hold love near your heart, in your heart. Um, that's pretty much what it is. But I'm just back at y'all, letting y'all know this is Mr. Willis. This is Waking Up with Mr. Willis. I'm gonna come through with my tools and fuse. Yeah, because mm, we in that time, all I can say is like things is finna change. They change rapidly. They change it fast. You might not see it. Maybe you blind to it then, huh? But things are finna change. So keep your eyes open, you know, be aware. And I'll catch you on another one. How about that, Mr. Willis? And you have been awoken. Peace.